Yo, what up? Today, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get all gold customers in this game. Again, Oop. I was like, why is the game laggy? Hang on. There we go. That should fix that problem. Cool. Alright, anyway. Alright, Ripley, what are you doing? Yeah, last time, I underestimated just how long it was gonna take, but today, we're gonna knock it out of the park. It's Christmas? Humbug. That's what I say to the Christmas season, humbug. Christmas is a humbug. I'm stuck making milkshakes. Well, at least I don't have to go crazy listening to holiday seasonal music. I'm just going crazy because the exact same song that plays all year round is currently playing in the background. The music never changes. Never. Not here. Not at Papa's. You can enjoy the same sort of music. What would you say? This isn't like... It's not really Hawaiian music. Sort of is, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go with it's not, before I make a fool of myself trying to identify what region of the world this comes from. Just because it's like a tropical island paradise. It's not Isle Delfino, that's for sure. Welcome to the sun-soaked tropical paradise of Isle Delfino. How many times did I watch that Super Mario Sunshine opening as a kid? Quite a few. Quite a few. I think I learned a few speedrunning tricks in Sunshine, not because I was intentionally being a speedrunner, but because some of the parts of that game are just so bad that you had to skip it. Like the flip puzzle in the casino. Like, who honestly cared enough about that puzzle that they were willing to do it 2 or 3 times? No, yeah, 3 times to do the flip puzzles, and then 6 total if you want to go back for the red coin star. Shine, I should say. Ugh. And even as a kid, that was terrible. So yeah, I learned that side flip camera trick to just skip all of that stuff. I think that was the part. I think Sunshine was probably my experience as a kid that told me that doing things that the game developers intended isn't always the most fun that you could have playing a video game. Because I was always like, I love following rules. Like as a kid, like one of my siblings was way more annoying about it when it came to games, but like we had to exactly follow the rules of any board game that we played. And we were the same with like video games. Like, okay, this is obviously like the intended way of playing it. We gotta do it this way. I think Sunshine was the one that finally got... Actually, you know, video games can be just... They can be pretty stupid, man. There can be parts of them that just suck, and it's more fun to play it this way. And that's true with real board games, too. We have a board game called Unearthed, right? And one of the rules is when you're playing with fewer players, you're supposed to take a lot of the cards out. But it's kind of a big... It takes a long time to set the game up. And it's, like, not worth playing if you take all the cards out. Because it's such a long setup. And you take all the cards out, it's so short. So, when my wife and I play on Earth, we leave not all the cards, but a lot more cards than they tell you to take out a lot of the cards. So the game's shorter? We leave those cards in. Not all of them, but a good deal of them. So we can sit there, we can play the game and have a good time for longer, because that's more fun, in our opinion. And what's another classic game that we changed the rules? Phase 10? Phase 10, you know what makes that game better? If you remove the skips. The skips are they're just badly designed. I feel like they exist only because they exist. They only exist in Phase 10 because they exist in other games like Uno. So naturally, we gotta have skip cards. Other games have skip cards. We need skip cards. They make no sense for a game like Phase 10, right? It's rummy. If you're playing 2-player, a skip card, if you have it in your opening hand, it does nothing. Because all it accomplishes is you skip the other person's turn. Boo-hoo. That means you get to draw another card, except you're replacing a card that did nothing with a card that will now do something. And in a more than 2-player game, 3+, 3 to 6, it's even worse. If you draw a skip card, it's terrible because it didn't actually get you any closer to laying your hand down or going out. It skipped your turn. It skipped your turn and one other person of your choice's turn. It basically means that people who didn't draw the skip and who aren't getting skipped by you, they get a free turn and you guys don't. So we long decided to go that actually skips in Phase 10, they suck. You don't like drawing them, and you don't like them being used on you. Let's just take them out of the game. I'd also accept if you use skips as more wilds. I'd take that too. I was considering next time I play Phase 10, proposing that rule. Like, I played with, because that was my wife and I, we came up with that house rule of just taking all the skips out of the box. And we quietly did that the next time we played with my family, my siblings and my parents. We played Phase 10 and we just took the skips out without telling them. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. Nobody was like, "Hey, wait a minute. Where's all the skips?" We didn't draw one skip. Nobody got skipped the whole game. What's up with it? Nobody noticed. Nobody cared and nobody noticed because skips suck. And so, yeah, I'm all for modifying games. So if there's a part of a video game that you don't like and there's a glitch that helps you get around the stupid flip tile puzzle in Super Mario Sunshine, go for it, man. If there's a boss that kind of sucks or the easy cheese strategy, go for it, man. If you want to take all the skips out of Phase 10 because the skips in Phase 10 are stupid and doo-doo, take all those bad boys out. Some house rules do suck. Like, the classic example is Monopoly, right? Everyone likes making house rules for Monopoly. I don't really like Monopoly anyway, but let me tell you, a lot of the house rules that exist around Monopoly, they do make the game worse. Like the jackpot in the center. The jackpot in the center that you get by landing on free parking. A lot of people play with that rule. That rule makes the game last longer. Like, someone who was already winning is now going to win more. Someone who was about to get knocked out of this godforsaken game so it could speed up, it's just gonna take longer. And the real goal of playing a game of Monopoly in my book is to play as little of Monopoly as possible. So adding rules that make the game take longer, pass. I'm over it. Not all house rules are created equal. But I feel like some house rules you can totally play with. Especially the ones that, like, if it's a fun game, like I was saying about Unearth or like Point Salad, that the rules say, hey, when you're only playing with 2 or 3 players, take out this many cards. We just kind of look at each other and go, we'll take out some cards, but we're not going to take out nearly as many as you want us, because we're good playing a nice, chunky, long round, actually. I know this would speed up the game and we could, like, quote, play more rounds, but we were only going to play 1 round anyway. Come on. Especially Unearth. It's a lot of setup, man. It's a lot of setup for that game. All right. Woohoo! All that was because I thought about Sunshine because of the music and the holiday season, huh? Anyway, there's been like customers or whatever, and it's Christmas. Santa hasn't shown up yet, so that makes me happy. The less you see of Santa, the happier I am, because he shouldn't even be here. I made the joke last time. He should be hanging out, working on the Christmas. Working on the Christmas, on the toys and such. He shouldn't be Santa! You have preparations to make. What are you here? I was just complaining about you. I was just complaining about you, Santa. Jeez. But like I theorized last time, he's probably stressed out. He probably needs a milkshake. He's probably good to go the rest of the year. Anyway. Major Mallow, you might be more rotund than Santa. That jolly old elf. Oh yeah, I had a goal when I finished last episode. You know what that goal was? Okay, I had two goals. My first goal was to stop talking about dumb topics like, hey guys, here's one of my favorite book series of all time. Watch out, there's some racist stuff in it. Try not to do that, right? Don't talk like stuff like that. But the other goal was I wanted to do a perfect day. I don't think that's gonna happen. I have to actually shut up and concentrate the whole time. I'm not so good at this game. I just can't casually, with talking, pull off a perfect day. You do kind of have to focus a little. Alright, Kenton, enjoy. Because didn't I already mess up the first person's order? I gotta admit, I wasn't paying enough attention. Did I get a 9? I thought it was like a 98. We have time to put one more topping on, I think. Then we'll just finish it off. Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Alright, maybe next shift I'll do a little try hard action and at least get one recorded perfect day. I mean, I have a lot of screenshots of, like, there's no way that's perfect. Did you see that? That was way off centered. Terrible. Horrendous performance. Only a 99. Yeah, I should at least, like I said, I've done plenty of perfect days, but commentating and doing this, yeah, that's not gonna happen. It does require some skill. Alright, I better show Mary that thing on the table, so she'll know to dock me a point. Come on, Hope. I was clicking on it. I promise. Other games can I think of? Are You the Shopkeeper? All the Freezeria games. Reciteer, Capitalism Ho. Tried that game, and it was fun. Why did I stop playing it? I think I just forgot about it. I haven't played that game in years. I think I played it, like, for a couple hours, and, like, that was fun. And then I didn't boot it up again. Well, there's not going to be... Number 6 isn't going to come in until right before this is finished blending, huh? Maybe even after it's done blending? Dude, they need to add a hard mode. That's my opinion. They need to add a hard mode to this game. So, and by hard mode I mean just add a mode to, like, you can have just a couple more customers coming. Cause look at this. This is babies are us mode. One more cherry. One more cherry, but I don't just want to sit there and blend Taylor's order completely. Would you guys... Listen, I've never been in Uber Eats or any of those other services. I've never done any of those in my entire life. Not even during quarantine. And I picked up COVID a couple times. And I still didn't do that, right? Like, we still made our food here. Like, we paid a family member to buy groceries for us and then come back with the groceries. But we still didn't do, like, DoorDash or Uber Eats. I think we ordered pizza. But that's different. That's already, like, an established, like... People already deliver because it's pizza. So I just don't get it. And I also can't imagine ordering an Uber Eats just for, like, this. Well, I guess, again, never mind. This isn't, like, an Uber Eats thing at all. Because he's specifically, like, a driver to deliver the milkshakes. It's like a pizza delivery place. He will deliver for you. bum bow bum bum bow bow rum, bum bow bum bum. So I guess it's not like Uber Eats, but I definitely never get it. Especially, I'm even less inclined now because now there are so many horror stories. Like I feel like every time I boot up Reddit, there's at least I've had to block so many subreddits because all they are is about complaining about Uber Eats and all those things, like horrible service, guy ate my food, dropped off, a pipe bomb at my house instead of my order, all those crazy stories. So, like, I'm even less inclined to do it now because apparently at the beginning it was okay, and now it really sucks. And there's a good chance you just get really screwed over now, so didn't really see the appeal of it before, even less now. I get people. I guess what it boils down to is I don't get drunk and hungry, right? I guess I'm just a little bit more put together than most people, I suppose. Never in my life I'm like, if I'm ordering food, I don't want to play Blender Ball. Okay, right, we're playing Blender Ball. Watch this. You guys ready? Oh, that's not good enough. Oh, it's terrible. Get me out of here. Blender. I don't want to play Blender Ball. Um, I get most people that order probably they don't really have food on hand, they're hungry and they're drunk and they don't want to drive, right? Like I think that's mostly the point of it, right? But I know so many people that order stuff anyway. Like they're not high or drunk. They're just lazy. And I'm like, we make most of our meals, which I guess is for the best, right? It's way cheaper. It's always been cheaper, and in this day and age, where groceries are skyrocketing, right? Or groceries are skyrocketing, but also even more so, fast food and dine-in restaurants are just like even getting even more expensive. It's still way cheaper to make all your own food, so it's good that that was our that's what we did anyway. But yeah, it's even less appealing now. Just how expensive it is too. So yeah, we didn't order out much anyway. And when we did, we usually would go there. Most of the time when we eat out, because we're out and about, like we have a lot to do. We're very busy, and we didn't have time to make a meal. So it's like, okay, let's just pick up something, or okay, we're grocery shopping. Let's stop by, the deli and pick something up. And we'll eat it once we get home. Put all the groceries away. Well, we'll put all the stuff that needs to go in the fridge and the freezer, eat, then put the rest of the groceries away, let's be honest. Oh, right, I need to grab that first, because that's, is it over blended? I don't care. I should make it again, is what I should do. I really should make it again, if I cared. I don't care enough. Who was it, Yuko? That girl's got an umbrella, she'll be fine. But she's not a gold star customer, and I feel very highly about trying to get... Well, I try everyone's order. Well, no I don't. Basically, I'm just like... Pretend like I'm in the back talking to a coworker the whole time, and barely paying attention to the customers and what I'm doing. That's why everything's so sloppy. It's basically that energy. Here you go, Yuko. Yeah, overblended. I could have remade it, and it would have been fine. Especially since both of these are smooth blends. We would have easily have had time. We've had some time and some change, but... Eh. Definitely don't care enough at this point. We're just trying to make it to the finish line, brother. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. I probably would go crazy listening to the exact same songs over and over again. I say that, but I myself only like I feel like I've only been listening to the same few albums, like, on loop, for like the last 10 years of my life. And then every time I finally discover like a new album or a new artist, they just get added in the same exact vein. Like, okay, now this is the guy I'm now just listening to on loop for a while. And then I'll fall back on some old favorites for a while. I guess I do add new music to listen to the old repertoire. I should check to see. Okay, never mind. I'm not checking nothing. I'm gonna finish the blend because yeah, I was almost finished blending. Dude, more smooth blend people. That's okay. They're all silver star customers, so they can order whatever they want as long as they're not a gold customer. That's all I care about. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Click the button. Much skill, such issue. So little skill, so much issue. Bum 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 bum. The amount of like mannerisms I just pick up and steal from other people without even realizing I'm doing it is appalling. Until like my wife points out like I was going dunky dunk dunky dunk like to like songs and stuff, and she's like, "You and your dunky dunk," and I'm like, "I don't do that, do I? That's like a Northern Lion thing." And she's like, "Who's Northern Lion?" I was like, I'm not explaining who Northern Lion is, but that's definitely something Northern Lion. I don't know if he still does. I don't watch as much of his stuff anymore, but he definitely was doing that for a good long time. And now my wife think, oh, that's such a thing my husband does. Oh, it's cute when he does it. I'm like, I just totally accidentally stole that from like a YouTuber. That's not a thing I do. Oh well. Donkey, donkey, dunk, donkey, dunk. NL has a habit of pulling me in every once in a while. Or rather, Library of Laterno does. I don't even watch Library of Laterno these days. You know what it would take for me to watch another Northernlion video? I think he would have to finally upload some more FTL. I watched all of those Return to FTL videos, let me tell you. And you know, I also watched a few of his Papa Freezeria Deluxe videos, come to think of it. And Sporkle. A good Sporkle video. That's a good way of also getting me to click on it. I do enjoy watching the Trivia Master at work. Donkey, dunk, donkey, dunk, donkey, dunk. I'm gonna have NL's Donkey Dunk stuck in my head for the rest of all time. Actually, it just became part of my mannerism. Like, yo, what up? That's not even mine either. That's Simple Flips. I just found like I did that after a while. I like answer the phone. Yo, what up? It's like, wait. Oh no. Oh no. So I was like, sure. That's how I'll start my videos too. Why not? I'm a fan. Sure. Nothing's original anyway. There are no such things as new ideas. We're just remixing, you know? Some of us are straight plagiarists and the rest of us are just remixing old ideas. That's it. And when you finally have a new idea, it is so good, it becomes so widespread that nobody can even believe that it was ever a new idea. Never did it exist. Alright, how many more dudes do I got left anyway? Alright. Skip. We did not do good. Dude! Oh, good. You can just leave immediately. There's no... Why did they make the skip button green and that skip button red, man? I think... Okay, add that to the other list of things that I would have changed about this game. Gamers don't read. We look for the lights. Okay, 3, Ooh. 13. 13, that's all we got left. Payday. This girl definitely has more money in the bank than I do. But she also doesn't have to pay rent or taxes. So, Puff, you're doing good. You're doing good with the whole no rent, taxes, or grocery money. Nothing. You can just put everything into savings. That's the life. This is the life. Bo-bo-bo-bo-bo. This is the life. Bohemia. I'm trying to remember. It's such a short song. Why can't I remember any of the words? This is the life. This is the life. Bo-bo-bo-bo-bo. Okay. It's Taylor again. You'll love to see it. 13 to go. 60 to car. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. What a weird... That's another weird just thing to have in the back of my head. 60 to car? That's a... Hotline Miami reference? Because I guess it's one of the achievements in the game is you gotta, like, get this screen text that says go to car 60 times. Why? That's so weird. Because apparently a lot of people on launch of the game thought that the text that says go to car said 60 to car. So, you know, why not make an achievement about it? Why was that at the forefront of my brain that I felt the need to say it? I don't know. This head is full of nothing useful. Useless knowledge. Useless knowledge about video games, books. Not even really TV shows or movies. Definitely a video game and book kind of guy. The visual content I consume is pretty much purely related to video games and movies and books. Bum, 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 bum. Like my non-video game related content is all book related. Like I should rank every I should rank every Hercule Poirot novel. I should rank every Redwall book. I would have had to actually read every Redwall book to do that, though, and I certainly haven't. There's a lot of them I missed. Because towards the end there, Brian Jakes was, he wasn't doing too good. They're getting a little repetitive. The magic was a little gone, you know? Some of those later titles, I was like... One, I was growing out of them anyway. They were truly, you know, kid stories. But also, you know, there was like 40 of them. And, you know, as fun and magical as they could be, you know, it's kind of the same story a bunch of times. It's not even like a detective story where can you have come up with different twists. It's just the same characters in different shapes, you know? What were some of the best ones of those? Mariel of Redwall. Redwall itself is good, right? Mossflower was good. Martin the Warrior was good. Ooh, Martin the Warrior was really good. I think those two are my favorites, probably. Mariel, Redwall, and Martin the Warrior. Those are really good ones. Those are the sad ones, correct. I was a sad kid. Who wasn't expecting... Oh, big spoilers for an old children's book series. It didn't strike me as the series as a kid where it would kill off, like, main characters. Right? It didn't strike me as that. I thought, you know... Oh, you know... It'll work out. Not... Main characters can totally die in that book series. Like, some characters are, quote, off limits because you've read many of the books, and they're not only are they released out of order in the world's timeline and the mythos and everything else, right? So you know, like, okay, this guy isn't gonna die here because I know he shows up in this book, which was released first but happened later in the timeline, right? But other characters, you know, oh, they're one of the main gang for this book. Nothing can happen to them. Nope. Totally can die. Lots of characters can die. And not just like the old mentor characters either that you kind of expect of it. Like in the first book, both people who were Matthias's like father slash teacher, you know, old Methuselah and Abbot Mortimer, like both of them, old teacher, like those guys are doomed, right? That's a trope old as time. The sensei gets it. But like, best friends can die, love interests can die. Like nobody's actually safe in that series. I was kind of surprised, reflecting upon it, how many people die for a children's story. Not as much as in Gregor the Overlander. Lots of like, body count gets very high. And in Animorphs, everybody dies by the end of the series. Spoilers. Well, okay, not quite everyone. But a good number of them are dead. What named, like, almost every named character, I think, is dead by the end of the last book, huh? Almost every named character is. There are very few left. And most of them, you just, you know, there's some minor named characters, of course, that, you know, you see once and then you never see again. Sure. Dunky, dunka, dunk, dunky, dunk. Dude, I'm not even trying to get a perfect day. I'm busy talking about books again. What can I say? Except you're welcome. Speaking of animation and children's movies, when's Disney gonna put out a good one, huh? Encanto was good. Moana was aight. It's kind of way below my age level. But like, we end up watching a lot of kids' movies, okay? That's just the way it is. I'm gonna go watch Dune. She wants to watch the new kids' movies. Guess who wins? Not me. Because most of the time when I'm like, I should be advocating what movie we should watch. You know what I'm doing? I'm playing Pikmin 4 or Isaac or, you know, Mario Maker or, you know, whatever I'm doing. Hey, honey, what do you want to watch tonight? Whatever. That's good. Man, I never get the chance to watch the movies I really want. Meanwhile, you know, there I am screwing around, not paying attention when it's time to decide what movie we should make an effort to go watch. I'm no one to blame myself for this circumstance. Day 386. How you doing, Puff? Just as excited to be here as you were day one? Me too. I'm super excited. Hey, Nye. You are not a science guy. Ooh, guys, it's gummy worm time. The one time of the entire year you can have gummy worms on your friggin' milkshake. An item that is a staple. Milkshake and frozen yogurt places the world over. A staple item, gummy worms. Nope, only available at Papa's on New Year's. They have gummy onions. They're not the same. So that's another change I'd make about this game, I guess. Gummy worms available all year round. They are, I guess, on the food truck, but... Excuse me, I clicked on that. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Sure hope someone got fired for that blunder. Alright. Donkey dunk. No, don't. Anything but the donkey dunk. Bump, bump, bump. There you go. Bump, bump, bump. Much better than donkey dunk. You figured it out. I'll ship it out. Oh, I needed to take the thing off the blender. That's why I shouldn't have shipped it out. Yep. Enjoy. Dev in the house. Why does this person have an alt costume that's just joy? You can just pick, like, the girl with pigtails or the ninja? Like, what kind of alt costume is by day? I'm known as a ninja. By night, I'm known as a regular boring girl. Okay, well. Dun 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 bum bum bum. Not all alt costumes are created equal. You know that some people play Green Peach in Melee on purpose? Like they unironically choose the Green Peach, like on purpose. Like they're like, yeah, I like that color. It's disgusting. The one guy who watches this video who thinks Green Peach in Melee looks really good. Hey! Of all the strays to catch, why? What? Come on, man. Why? What? It is a gross. And Green Falcon, too. Like, I know some famous players choose Green Falcon. But come on, the Green Falcon, when there's so many better Falcon choices, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just bad. Bum 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 dunky dunk. Ooh, good one. We're not gonna overblend anything, don't worry. Everything's fine. We pulled all those off in time. Dun 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 dun. I'd enjoy. That'd have been like an 87 in the original Flash game. She's got no mercy in her heart in the Flash game. Okay, Yuko, hell, you came back even though I overblended your milkshake? I'm glad. I mean, I knew you would. You can get the lowest scores possible and these people still come back. I feel like there should be a bonus ending. If you purposefully do bad, like the place closes. Nobody shows up and the place closes and Papa comes back and blends you into a milkshake for your failure. That sounds good. That seems like the kind of ending they'd do. Perfectly reasonable reaction to that situation. Murder. Bum 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 bum. Okay. He learned his lesson. He actually blended it before moving on. There you go, Lapete. Somehow that was 100, even though I feel like that stuff wasn't poured evenly at all. Not even a little bit. But there you go. Sure. Merciful character. What would be my milkshake order? I feel like I always just default to something chocolate, and then I'm like, it's alright. And then I try whatever my wife gets, some fruity thing, I'm like, oh, this is way better. I should have more fruity things, but I'm always so scared. Because I feel like whenever I pick a fruity thing, I always manage to pick the worst fruity option. Oh, that one sounds good. No, it doesn't. It's terrible. Oh well. Chocolate's really good. I love chocolate, so I'll settle for, you know, a reasonably good 8.5 to 9 out of 10 experience versus a 9.5 to 10 out of experience. That might wind up being, you know, a 4 to 6 if I get it off a little bit, you know? It's the classic fries versus onion rings argument, right? The best onion rings will always be better than the best fries, but how many times are the onion rings that good, right? Like, the mediocre fries are always better than the mediocre onion rings, and most places truly never have good onion rings, right? So, like, you do the safe side of things. Not that I'm munching too many, Okay, I was trying to... Onion rings aren't deep fried, right? I don't think so. They're just battered. Not that I'm munching too much deep fried foods anymore, ever. I don't know what happened. Like, it's not like I ate a whole lot of deep fried foods, but any sort of deep fried foods really bothers me now. I get sick. I went to a place and they had funnel cake fries, and I was like, I'll have a few funnel cake fries. I was thrown up later. I was like, what the heck? Was like a fluke? Start having some like fairground donuts at another place that are like similarly deep fried in that style. After a few of them, like, oh, I don't feel so good. Didn't throw up that time, but that was because I was much more cautious about it. I didn't like eat all of them with reckless abandon like I would have before. I swear, like I smell like an elephant ear or something somewhere, and I'm like, oh, just the thought of it, I'm feeling a little queasy. So I'm not too experimentative with deep fried foods anymore. There you go, Jojo. Happy New Year! When is the ball dropping? Where are we dropping? It ain't Tomato Town. We'll get tilted at the towers. I don't know anything about Fortnite, man. Bum, bum, bum. That's not true. Everything I know from Fortnite is from memes. There you go. I do know some things about Fortnite. Exclusively the memes. Yeah, I guess I'll go back to the menu, actually. Okay, start, please. yeah, I guess I'll go back to the menu. None of those are my real name, by the way, in case if you're worried. None of those are my real name, so... Who names themselves their real names in video games these days when you can name yourself something cool like Mario? I thought I was the funniest kid playing Legend of Zelda and go, I'm not gonna name him Link. I'm gonna name him Mario. Or, oh, I'm gonna name Link Epona, and then I'm gonna name Epona Link. I'm so clever. I think my biggest moment of laughing at old save file names was I opened up, I put in the cartridge to see, oh, what Twilight Princess save date is on here. One was my name, sure. One was, dot, 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 filled up the screen. And the last one was Kirito, as in the protagonist from Sword Art Online. It's like, nice. Good one, middle school me. Good one. Kirito, huh? I don't know. It's always hard to completely dunk on Sword Art Online for me. I know it's trash, right? But at the same time, it was one of the 3 animes I started with, right? So there's always a little bit of a soft spot on your heart for one of the first animes you watched. That being said, it really is bad. It's not good, and I do not recommend it to anyone. Okay, the first arc is okay, and it's the best part of the show, is when they're actually in the place called Sword Art Online, right? It's not terrible. Dude, then that show gets so slow for the Gun Gale arc. I remember going, man, how long are we gonna spend inside this cave talking about our feelings? Over there in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, like, that show's insane and crazy. We're doing lots of stuff in that show. I'm gonna watch that show. I'm gonna watch more of that really fun, awesome show. And that's what you should do too. When you're watching something that sucks and is slow, why don't you, instead of watching that, pick up a different show that one of your friends has been asking you to watch for years and finally just freaking try it? Alright? That's what you should do. Just as a little advice from me to you, because one, it's probably way better than the tripe you are currently watching. And 2, at the very least, you can finally say, hey, I watched the first episode. And then if you didn't like it, you can say, I wasn't a fan. And then they'll finally stop bothering you about to watch that show. Although, if you have, like, trouble, like, with conversation topics with that friend, you just can't fall back to old reliable of them trying to convince you to watch that show or play that game or read that book, whatever it is they've been hounding you about for years, then I don't know what you're going to talk about anymore. Can we really be friends anymore if you aren't constantly badgering me to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Can we really be friends if you're not gonna keep telling me to watch uh House MD? Can we really be friends anymore if you don't get me to watch Longmire or Game of Thrones? I don't know. Will my brother ever read The Beekeeper's Apprentice? No, he won't. It'll just keep sitting on his shelf, and every time I go visit him, I'll be like, "Oh, did you read that yet?" No, I haven't. Dude, you would love it. You would love it even more than me. Come on, man. You're more of a Sherlock Holmes fan than I am. Come on, you really get a kick out of this series, man. I'll get to it. Sure you will, dude. Sure you will. You'd enjoy it. I'm just saying. Whatever. And like in its tradition, we go over there, we play Star Realms. He badgers me to play the same 2 games that he's been badgering me. Well, okay, actually, I finally am playing Psychonauts, so I can actually tell him to. Okay, I'm playing Psychonauts. You can give it a rest. I'm finally playing it, and they'll be like, "Yay! You still haven't read The Beekeeper's Apprentice?" No. It's probably available on one of the various streaming services. Libraries are awesome. Did you guys know that? Like, the libraries I belong to have streaming services. You can check out audiobooks. It's great. I listen to a lot of audiobooks because of that. Dum, bum, bum. And did you know there's just some audiobooks, like, on YouTube? Like, just straight up, you can just, like, listen to Lord of the Flies if you want to. It's just there on YouTube. I didn't start that. What am I doing? There's a 12-hour straight up just Lord of the Flies. Oh, you want to listen to Lord of the Flies? There it is. Oh, you want to listen to, I don't know, Grapes of Wrath? There it is. Just straight up on YouTube. Cool. Kahuna, what's up? Big Tuna? Will my roommate from college ever tell me to stop trying to watch The Office? I pretty much watched the whole thing of The Office because he was watching it. And like, what are you supposed to do when... He's like, oh, do you care? I always fall asleep watching TV. It's like, brother, I don't care. Go ahead. So that's all The Office and How I Met Your Mother and Friends and Frasier. He got through a lot of those shows. And that's the only reason I've watched any of them. The Office was fine. I can see why everyone likes it. How I Met Your Mother, I can also see why everyone likes it. I can see that. But I enjoyed it a lot less than The Office. I didn't even pay attention during Parks and Rec. Sorry. I'm sure it was fine. Friends, even less so. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Dun, 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 dun. And what's worse, he fell asleep so quickly to them. Like, I used to have insomnia pretty bad. I feel like I'm growing out of it, but I feel like, one, I have a lot less stresses in my life at this point. Like, during school, the stress was up. Not at the point in my life, all I do is, you know, go to work, I play video games, I hang out with friends and family. I don't have, like, children, so there's no children causing me great grief in my life. Right? I'm at a pretty comfortable point in my life. There's nothing to keep me awake at night. Like, literally. I sleep soundly these days. So I don't know if I actually had insomnia or just, like, middle school, high school, college was just rough. I didn't really think I had a particularly bad experience in those places, but there was just, you know, stuff to worry about. Assignments, teachers, people you didn't like at school, etc., right? Now, I'm not worried about work, right? Yeah. I'm not worried about work. I go to work, and then I come home, I stop worrying about work. I don't think I could ever go back to a job that I would continue to worry about it after I got home. Like, I might not be looking forward to something that might be waiting for me at work. Like, oh gosh, I hope they're not running this stupid job that we left. It was a hard job that we were running when I left work. I hope they finish it by the time I get back. But that's not, like, that's nothing on me. Like, I'll get there and they'll either have it done or they don't. Like, who cares? Really? Versus school, it's like, oh my gosh, these tests that are coming up that I have to worry about. These, assignments that I was putting off. Oh, I haven't, studied and took good enough notes. All the 101 things that bothered you during school, right? So yeah, I don't know if I really had insomnia and I've grown out of it as an adult, or life is just a lot less stressful out of school. What was I talking about before the insomnia thing? I don't remember. By the way, I'm happy to sleep better. Because my dad definitely has insomnia. Like, that is a thing that he has. Like, and same with my other brother. Like, you take medications to help you sleep. You have insomnia. Like, that's just the way it is. So, I just thought, well, 2 members of my family have insomnia. I have trouble sleeping badly sometimes. Oh, probably the same. But now, I'm not so sure. Not so sure at all. It's nice just to go to bed and then go to bed. Right, I was talking about my roommate. The most annoying thing is because I would have a very difficult time falling asleep while he was watching, or it would take me much longer, sorry, to fall asleep. He was not really keeping me up, I think. I think I would have been up just as much with or without him. So he would fall asleep, and then I would be awake, and I'd watch the next episode, the episode would finish, and then, like, the next episode would play, and then finally the Netflix autoplayer would stop. And the next day, next time, okay, it's bedtime. There he was watching the same 2 episodes I'd already watched. Dun, 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 dun. And your parents were right. That's the more I get older, the more I'm like, dude, mom and dad were right about the phone. You sleep so much better when you put it down. All the stuff troubling you on social media, turn that crap off. Delete Twitter, delete Facebook. You don't need that crap in your life. Not that there can't be fun and enjoyment and, like, joy and hope that is derived of that stuff, but man, it just ain't worth it. I think I was always kind of a social weirdo in the first place, right? Like, did not pick up on cues at all. Like, at all. You know what I mean? How do I put this? I'm trying to figure out a way for me to say what I mean without having to spell it out. Oh, I know just the thing. A lot of people in my family have a hobby with train sets. And I enjoyed playing with those train sets too. Anyway, really bad with the whole, social cue stuff. So, like, a lot of things that happened, like, in grade school, middle school, I didn't even pick up on. Like, oh, like, it's really funny hearing some of my brother's stories. Like, oh, you mean You think those people were trying to bully me back in the day? It's like, yeah, they were. It just didn't work at all because you literally didn't get it. The ultimate way to avoid bullying, be too socially dense to even understand that much of it. Classic. Of the various members of my families, while I enjoyed those train sets, I probably enjoyed them the second least. There's probably someone who enjoyed the train sets a little less than me. And for those of you who don't understand what I mean, I'm speaking in a riddle for a reason. If you know, you know. Dun, 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 bum, bum, bum. Dude, I'm not even trying to get it perfect. I don't care. Alright, next time, I'll care, okay? This next time, I'm genuinely going to make an effort. No commentary, just gamer focus mode. We'll get one perfect, alright? And when I fail, I'll go, oh well. Open up folder of screenshots of perfect days. Ah, I don't care. I did plenty of them. Rudy, I don't know anything about the relationships of these fictional people. I don't follow the deep Papa Louie lore, but he and Scarlet like have a band together, right? There's like 4 of them. Like boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Like that's the deal. I don't know. Whatever the Papa deep lore is, I'm not gonna delve into it. There's a million games, and like I don't care. I just like making the milkshakes. It's kind of fun. Okay, if we're talking about lore to care about, talk to me about like FNAF, I guess. That's about the only one, I guess. Corey, are you wearing the right uniform? I feel like sometimes they put on the costume that you don't pick for them after a holiday. Sometimes they default back to the wrong one. Okay. How many we got left? How many do we got left? 4. 4 left. And each of them have a single star. Alright. Whew. Alright. We'll try hard one day. And if I screw up, oh well. What's up, Okalani? Bum 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 bum. I guess the only part I actually have to try hard for is the toppings. That's the only part I need to actually shut up for. I was about to not talk. Can you imagine? Can you imagine I was actually gonna not talk for the whole shift? No, the only part that I need to shut up for is the ingredients. Nah. So probably only 1 or 2 days left. If all 4 show up... Oh, there's 1. So it's still possible. Still very possible. If this had been another gold, I would have been like, less possible. But that's good. It's a good sign. All right. Oh, it's terrible. Never mind. I was trying too hard. She might be a more merciful customer, so I won't write it off as a loss yet. Bum 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 ba da da dun dun dun. Okay. Peach. The seasonal special. Alright, what is it gonna be? Am I gonna keep talking, or are you giving me a perfect? Okay, cool. I guess I never explained my, like, order methodology. Like, why I put the tags where I put the tags. It's a habit from the first game when things were more fast-paced. Like, it almost doesn't matter. It's a lot easier to keep mental tabs than where all the orders are now. But I think you could pretty easily figure out, you know, but just by watching what it means, I think. Oh my gosh, pick it up. Whose order is this? This is the professor's. I was like, is this Janana's? No. Alright. Take order. Oh, Big Polly. This guy used to be the worst in the Flash version. He was the only customer that used the entire sheet. And he was a smooth, and you hated all smooth customers in the original game. Nightmare to deal with. And like, I feel like he had like 6 Oreos was his order. And for some, it was very difficult to get it was extremely difficult to get a perfect on him. He had so many toppings. I give up. I'm never... Jesse, we aren't gonna cook today. Whatever. I spilled a little on the table. Better show her. Who cares? Alright, back to yapping. Ugh. But that's a slang that I'm definitely gonna miss. Or, I'm going to skip on. Because I hear yap, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Why not just say talk? Yeet? Oh yeah, yeet. Yeet I get. Yeet I understand, and I'll be saying that as an old man. If I make it to 107, I'll be saying yeet, right? Slang's just part of who you are. Yap? I was too old. I've missed it. Every time I open YouTube, and YouTube thinks I want to watch stuff that's designed for people like 15 years younger for me, I see words I don't understand and go, ugh, I'm only in my 20s, how am I so out of touch? Easy, because you're on a platform that's designed for people who are way younger than you. Duh. But I don't watch the stuff that the young people watch. Correct. You watch people play the same video games over and over again. That's what you do on YouTube. Yeah. And? I imagine, like, the age of the people I usually watch are my age or older, right? Usually. Unless there's, like guests. Okay, we do have one more day. I think that was only 3 of the silvers. One more day. And to be sure they show up, I guess I can coupon them. I kind of forgot to use coupons. I feel like we had just about the same rate of people come in, though. I don't think the coupons particularly helped. Oh well. I needed that, actually, still. Chocolate. Chip. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. So, especially in the old game when you got overwhelmed, this first section, right, immediately to the left of where the newest order comes on, that was the 2 make. The middle section would be blending. And then the last section was like 2 top. Like the toppings, the ones that needed toppings still. And if you didn't want to get things mixed up, I would put stuff here. Like if I was going out of order, I would specifically, especially when you had like smooths and chunkies right next to each other, you can either hold, I'd put it like on the knot itself and, you know, leave it here. so as not to put it on yet so it didn't get out of order, or purposefully go out of order and just, you know, live with it. But I never really liked going out of order. I feel like I would get confused and mixed up doing that. In this game, rarely will I go out of order. You know. Bum, bum, bum. I think the most times I go out of order in this game is when I'm doing specials and a customer shows up just as I was finishing a special ahead of time. Patrona. Expecto Patrona. But, like I said, kind of over specials at this point because I've done all of them like 10 times and the same customers kept showing up. So, big deal. Bum, bum. I feel like I'm getting worse and worse. That's okay. We're almost done. So, Dan Dory issue all around. Yeah, you scratch your head like you haven't done it like a million times now, girl. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's one customer left, right? Yep. Oh, nope, never mind. We got two. Well, make sure Sue shows up anyway. Hopefully the other guy shows up too. That'd be nice. Alright, we'll give it one more try on the perfect day. For recording purposes. I'm not so fussed that I'm gonna go back and specifically try to record a perfect day. Like I said, the only thing like that's stopping me is shutting my mouth, right? Just do a whole play session. Usually like listening to a book or watching a YouTube video and not fully paying attention to the game, but paying... That's like my perfect state, is like I have so much like muscle memory of a game that if I'm too focused on the game, I'm gonna get nervous and screw up. But if I have something to take my mind off my nerves, that's like best. Take V when I'm doing like no death runs or Super Gravitron. I do my absolute best when I'm not 100% paying attention because I have like an audiobook going. Especially with like the Super Gravitron and V, like I swear, the second I see that I've beaten my high score, like my nerves, like the moment I see that now that the high score is currently changing, like there's I notice in my mind, my brain notices that the second clock is now counting up. I wish it didn't. I wish it only updated your high score after you completed it instead of updating in real time. Like, it's a cool feature, but I go from not nervous to suddenly extremely nervous. I can't even hear myself think anymore, nervous, and then immediately die like a second and a half later. And thus it takes a very long time to improve my Super Gravitron when I only improve the score by, you know, a second or two each attempt, or each good attempt. Oh yeah, I was gonna not talk. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, is this good, Big Polly? Good. Right. Sure, dude. I hope Rudy shows up too, not just Sue. That'd be polite. I hope they both show up. What's up, Ninjoy? Well, there's one more slot. If Rudy shows up at 5, I hope... Or if Sue shows up at 5, I hope Rudy shows up at 6. But one of them better show up at 5, because we're out of slots. Well, if it takes 2 more shifts, I guess it takes 2 more shifts. Oh, wait, no, they're both on the mixer, actually. Alright. Nothing to do but blend. So 3 to 4 of our customers have wanted the smooth blend. How inconsiderate of them. They don't consider me in these things, huh? They never do. Bum 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 bum. I haven't logged on to Super Mario Maker in forever. Man, it'd be like I'd upload a level and then I'd be like I'd have to check in like so often to make sure how it's doing. And now you'd think I upload like YouTube videos, I barely check on how they're doing. I wait until YouTube notifies me that someone's like left a message, right? Like a comment. But like, I put much. Well, okay, actually, you know what? I think that's because I put way more effort into any Mario Maker level that I've ever made than any YouTube video I've ever made. I suppose that's why. That's probably true. I could buy that. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line. Rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 bum bum bum. It's really hard to delete a Mario Maker level. Some of them suck. Da! Wait, wait, no, please, 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 please. I'm remaking it. It's overblended. Stop, stop. It's going in the garbage. It's overblended. I forgot. Overblended. Please be the guy. Oh, Sprinks the clown. Sprinks. Come on. Alright, we gotta do one more. One more. One more. What am I doing with my... Okay, yeah. Neapolitan. That's not Neapolitan. Whatever that is. Alright. Blended Blandin. I think I just say that every time I think the word blended, huh? Bum, bum. Damn it. Oh well. I wasn't even commenting on the fact that so far it was a perfect day because I didn't want to jinx it. And that's why I made such a fuss about going back for making sure her drink wasn't overblended, but whatever, who cares? Right. Right. Okay, but okay, stop. I care a little, okay? Like, try again. Try again, sir. I think that's good enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's good. Alright. That just stays there because it's the last customer. Yeah, whatever. I dribbled a little bit on the floor. Okay. Here you go, Sue. Tell the whole world I spilt a little syrup on the counter, why don't you? Dun, 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 dunka, dunky, dunka, dunk, dunka, dunk. Lemon. Dum, bum, bum, bum. Sprinks, you better enjoy this. Because, I was unhappy to see you and not Rudy there. You made me very unhappy, you stupid clown. I'm sorry. I imagine her as like a Napster Bloop kind of character when she's got her sad outfit on. Oh. She's looking for a friend. And then when the slightest, anything happens, it's just oh no. Ugh, I scuffed it right at the end. Oh well. We get one more try. I don't know if I want to seriously try. All right, it should just be Rudy though, right? Okay, I don't. Let's. Ah! Yeah, that's what I wanted. Dun 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 dun. I wanted this actually. I know it's alphabetical, but come on. No one gamers don't got time to read. There's snow on the ground, huh? This makes sense. It's still winter. Hey, winter. I hope you like your name. All right, Casey. What's up? Casey O. Okay, apparently there's a hole in my sock, and it's extremely annoying. My toe keeps going through it. I swear that hole wasn't in this sock. I've been sitting here for a good long time. How am I? Oh, actually, I've been wearing these socks all day. How did I not notice this hole? But now my pinky toe keeps going through it. Well, that is becoming a rag sock for sure. Because that is extremely annoying placement on that hole. Rudy, my man. How's the band doing? Terrible? Good. I wouldn't know. What I do know is you're the last guy I need. Yeehaw! Now I could serve absolute garbage to everyone else except Rudy, but come on. That ain't the Papa Louie way. Okay, well. Oh well. As you can see, I really am giving it my all this time. Give me that. Alright. What do you want, treble? You're in trouble, girl. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Happy New Year's. How many years in-game have I been here? Is this my 4th year? I don't know. I haven't really been keeping all that much track of the change of the seasons. Okay. Dun 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 bum bum. That's my... I've been playing this game too long, and I wanted the done mode. Like I said last video, most of the time I usually only play this game in 2 to 3 shift bursts, which is probably the real secret behind how many perfect days I have screenshotted, is because, you know, 1, no commentary, 2, fresh every time, right? You know, not tired out, you haven't done, you know, 6 shifts in a row or anything like that. You're just playing, you boot up the game and you go, sure. Pay enough attention, focus, yeah. Pop them out, easy, nice and easy, just like that. Add commentary, yeah, the fact that I did like 10 of these in a row. That's all there is to it, but this is it. At long last. The last shift. We do have to finish out the shift, I'm pretty sure. We can't just leave. Don't know why you just don't do that in Five Nights at Freddy's. Phone guy says it's safer to finish your shift on night 6 in FNAF 2, but you know. Oh my gosh, I have to take the sock off, dude. It's actually a problem. My pinky toe keeps going through this sock. That's crazy. This isn't even the first video I've recorded today. It's a weekend. This is the 3rd video that I've recorded. Okay. And I had a whole day behind me too of activities. I've done many things today. Sprinks, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, Sprinks? Dun 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 dun. I am a gummy worm. Yes, I'm a gummy worm. Banana. Hi, there you go, Lapete. I didn't move it. I was playing around with it instead of actually putting it on the part of the rope I wanted to put it on. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Yeah, let's just all watch as we blend. Ooh. Blending. See what I mean about this game needs a hard mode? Just add a couple more characters or add a couple more customers. You were constantly pressed for time in the Flash one. Like you were never bored. That's for sure. You never could, except maybe for the last shift, the last customer. Everyone else, you had something to do. The last customer, you might be sitting there blending away at their drink to end the day a little quicker, but like, not so. And who is our worthy final closer, huh? I'm not saying I'm not gonna play this game from time to time, every once in a while, but it'll probably be a minute between Pikmin 4. It's Robbie. Hey, Robbie. What a fine custom. As long as it's not Kahuna would have been a little sad. Oh, is he my least favorite? Kahuna, Quinn, Xandra. I like Corey the best. I think Corey's the coolest looking one. That's probably Robbie. Then is it really JoJo so high? No, Grammy. That's right. I like Grammy. Dun 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 dun. And then the rest of the gang, as I said, in that order. I think I like Kahuna the least. Oh. Bum bum bum. No, I think I like. Okay, scratch that. I do like Quinn more. No, less than Xandra. There we go. So Kahuna, Quinn, Xandra, JoJo, Robbie, Grammy, Corey. Yeah, that's the order, I think. The closers, anyway. Alright. Put some nice, delicious, yummy Mystery X neon syrup, some chocolate chips, some of those gummy worms I keep complaining about, and the cherry on top. Here you go, Robbie. That's it. That's all gold customers in Papa's Freezeria Deluxe. I think I said HD Deluxe several times. And not a perfect day, but I didn't record any of those, I guess. I'm not doing Slider Escape. Okay. That's all gold customers. And I don't think the game gives you anything for it. There's no more, like, all the achievements, like, we finished those forever ago. But that's all gold customers. I think that's it. I don't think it gives you anything else, though. Just the personal satisfaction of you did it. And I kind of like that, because if there was an achievement, one, it would lock a costume for someone, but also, it's a lot. It's 143 customers. And a few of the specials, like, you could make it so, type. Yeah, a couple of the customer specials, right? Like, they, like I used a lot of the customer special ones because they give double customer stars, right? But like after a while, the same people just start showing up every single time. I'm pretty sure I used just about. Oh, I must have got a lot of good use out of that one. 38 times, and it wasn't a customer one. Must have been a lot of unique customers. The one with less plays, like only 8. Yeah, that was a chocolate one. There's so many chocolate customers, right? Okay, so not everyone was over 10. That one obviously only had 8, but big deal. I guess if I were to play, I guess that's what I would focus on. Getting them all at least above 8. So there you go. Next time I play, Chocolate Creamio. Just get them all above. Oh, there's another chocolate one. That's only 8, I guess. Oh, another 8. I'm such a liar. There's so many not above 10s. Oh, 6. Oh, what's that? Oh, but they're getting to the bottom of the list here. Yeah, I think the ones toward the bottom where I was not. I like tried them out like once, and it was like, it's the same people keep showing up. No, the ones at the bottom, it was like when I was really getting down to it, and I was only every time I use a special, I'd only get like 1 fresh customer a day. Anyway, I think that's it. Nothing to buy in the shop. Yeah, that's it. That's Papa's Freezeria HD Deluxe. Oh, you do get something. Your select here comes gold. Cool. You do get something. Oh. Cool. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Actually, I have one more idea. See you guys next time.